Hello everyone, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach, and in this video we're going to be talking about what blessings are coming in for you. So just take a big deep breath and really get yourself centered. And real quick, let's just say a quick prayer. Great Spirit, we ask that whoever finds himself on this video and pick piece number 1, these messages are clear, helpful, and accurate and actionable, and so it is. Amen. All right, so let's see. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell, and I do personal coaching if you want to tune into your own guidance and also get the support, encouragement, specific tools that you need to follow through on it. So that's where you're going to see some real results. Let's see here. Okay, so for the blessing that's coming into your life, it's related to financial flow. So it looks like your finances are about to improve. And what I'm getting is you're stirring, because I'm just seeing this circular energy here. Just there's movement in your field. So there's not this stagnancy. I'm really being guided towards this movement of energy. And I'm also getting, as you move, and maybe even as you do breath work, and as you move differently, maybe in yoga, maybe some, I'm hearing body dynamic, I don't know what that means, or biodynamic, some sort of circulating the energy. Also, as you start giving more freely, trusting the process, knowing, I'm hearing knowing that you are always abundantly provided for. And as you pay whatever you need to pay and do whatever you got to do with like an open heart, you're being held by this energy. You're being surrounded by all this positive energy. So what I'm getting is keep doing your spiritual work. And then I've never noticed this before in these cards, but there's all these like light beings that are assisting you from the higher realms that are helping you financially create this flow. And you're starting to understand that there's no circumstance in the material world. Like reality isn't even real per se. It's about our perception of reality that makes it real for us. And that the truth of who you are is that you are always connected to this much larger infinite source of intelligence. I'm hearing probabilities, like you're always connected to this source, this probability distribution. But to remember that God's like love and support and abundance is infinite and unwavering. And although sometimes clouds might cover the sun and we might feel disconnected with the oneness, the all that is, in truth, the sun is always there. God is always there. God's love for you is always there. It's just that I'm hearing reception points and ability to perceive that and feel that might get blocked sometimes, but it's getting unblocked. This movement is kind of moving the clouds out of the way and creating like this, you got this vortex of energy going. So whatever you're doing, keep it up. Good job. Sometimes they look like music, so if you need to change your frequency, use music, movement, breath, anything that moves the stagnant energy out, because financial flow is coming to you. Okay. All right. So I'm getting to ask, what has previously been blocking your flow of abundance? So that you can just make sure it's clear and open. I'm hearing to take all of them. So there's something around beliefs of your parents, or maybe there was some family dynamic where, because we asked what was blocking it before, something around, there was just like some harsh energy before and a need for kindness, and maybe some belief systems around your role as a parent, or some belief systems that have been passed on where you haven't been super kind or patient with yourself. But these are in the upright. So yeah, no, so there's just something around where you have been called on to show more kindness, either with your own children or with your parents. And although we might feel like our life is segmented into one area over here, it's really all, we take ourselves with us everywhere we go. So really stagnant energy related to parenting or your parents, and a lack of kindness and patience and understanding has been what's blocked it before. And not having a sense of humor and taking things too seriously. And I'm hearing that there's just been this need to play a role, or your parents have had this role, or where you've had these thought systems that hasn't allowed for much like laughter and openness and spontaneity and just being your true, playful, gentle self. That's been the block in the past. Something related to family, and I'm hearing being too harsh and critical, or maybe you haven't felt like you could express the joyful parts of you and still be successful, or maybe there's just been some like a dynamic around finances, parenting, and children that hasn't felt very kind, and you haven't been having a sense of humor about it, and that has what's been blocking you in the past. It's a belief system. It's something that blocks you from feeling like you could be playful and open and free and childlike in the past. So how do they keep this financial flow going? Okay. I've got my bell here, so sometimes the cards jump off. Okay. So, change. And I'm drawn to this figure on this card. She's ready for action. She's ready to adapt to whatever situation, to be playful, to be open, to change up the energy, to circulate it. 33 is a master number. I never really read the numbers, but that just seems relevant right now for you. So something related to 33. Maybe you are 33. Maybe that you have 333. Can be messages from Ascended Masters. So maybe working with an Ascended Master, trying to get balance and support to maintain this financial flow. And also, if you've had some situation with parents where it's been unkind and you haven't had a sense of humor about it because you haven't felt like you've been able to be yourself, realize this is only for some of you, but this is messages coming through. Some of you are very sensitive creatures, but that sensitivity is its own kind of strength, and it's actually essential to your financial flow. So see it as the strength that it is. Honor it, attend to it, nurture it, bless it. Put yourself in comfortable, beautiful environments where you can be your own true color and be your authentic self. See, so see how it's on this like little stick here, but it's its own natural color. So you be you and do things in your own way. Okay, so what is supporting this financial flow and increasing it? Supporting it. Flippers only on the table. Flippers only. Okay, different deck I'm hearing. Okay, so different deck. Okay, so what is supporting? This financial flow, thank you. Supporting this one. Take all of them. Wow, okay. Give me a second to just like look at the energy here. Normally I only take the top or something like that, but okay, so just, even though this was a lot of cards, I just got one clear message that's supporting you is you're kind of really getting into, I don't know why, but I'm just noticing her foot here, like I got the impression of like digging your heels in, not jumping from one thing to another, feeling discouraged, feeling like you can't be yourself, but really tapping into your strength, your own prowess. I'm hearing prowess. Your own feminine fierceness, your own strength, your own creativity. You're not trying to you're not too sentimental. You're not trying to just run away and go get involved into the next thing. You're really, I'm getting, just showing this fortitude, this determination. You're not packing up your bags and quitting and saying, oh, I'm done. You're really finding your own true colors and finding strength in your own character and to who you are and what you want to express. I'm just hearing, yeah, your own true color. And maybe you're not surrounding yourself with so many people. What I'm getting is you might be kind of going off on your own, tuning into your own inner guidance, communicating with these beings in spirit, and like really showing some grit on something that you've already been working through. And even though you may have had some uncomfortable feelings with children, or maybe there's been an expense and like there hasn't been so much kindness and lightness, but you're still tuning into your own strength. And you're not going looking for a new beginning and trying to end things. You're really building on what you've already created. And you have like a really strong solar plex. So really attending to your solar plex, eating yellow food like yellow squash, drinking lemon water in the sun. I'm hearing yellow flower essences, so like dewdrops or flower essences from yellow flowers that have been calibrated in the sun, I'm hearing, if you're very, very psychically sensitive. Okay. So what can they do to really support this positive change? Let me make sure we're okay on time. Okay. What can they do to really support this change? So not focusing on heartbreak or things that hurt your feelings or harsh words, harsh thoughts, like letting that go, not even focusing on that, but focusing on nurturing yourself, nurturing your own children, if you have children. Like I'm hearing mama bear or mama bear energy, really tuning into that and feeling good about your role as a parent, if you are a parent, and your strength and your own wisdom, I'm getting, and the wisdom of the divine. There's something about this light, tuning into the strength of the divine, not needing just your own strength, but really drawing on that larger sense of love and support, and not being drawn into these little petty power dynamics, harsh words, hurt feelings. Fortifying your strength, tuning into your strength, tuning into your grit. Anything else? So the Magician in reverse. So what I'm hearing to tell you specifically as it relates to these financial matters in terms of keeping it flowing is not getting too much into the metaphysical aspect at this time. Also not dwelling too much in your mind and painful, sentimental stuff, but being super, super practical and doing things in the most mundane, tangible baby steps in the physical world, just to give you that extra support. So not too much in the mind, not too much in the metaphysical, more in the real and the material. Yep. What are the next logical steps? The Emperor is very logical. Do the numbers make sense? Keep digging into your strength. Sometimes maintaining this financial flow might feel a little different because it's drawing on parts of you that may have been brought up or kind of hurt, or I don't know, just kind of brought up in this family dynamic that we've been talking about. But you gotta make decisions with your head right now, and with grit, and to charge forward. He's got a firm hand on his staff here, a firm hand on the coin, both feet on the ground. So the most logical, direct, be firm, but fair. And that's what I've got for you. I hope that that was helpful because, and I just want to reiterate this, you've got some financial flow coming in. That's your next big blessing. So this is how you can maintain it with this logical stance, by showing grit, by letting go of the pain of the past in this conversation, by being ready to stand on your own if you have to, show your true colors. Let go of the pain of the past. Don't be focusing on that because money is coming to you. All right. I hope that was helpful. Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach, and I'm very excited to be doing your reading today. I'm looking over at my other device with each piece, and so what you do if you're new to my channel is you just drop in, take a deep breath, and see whichever piece is calling out to you. This is a fun way for me to share my art. I'm also going to be doing my own decks, so when that happens, there will be a link in all my videos for the Kickstarter. Now, these are timeless, so check that out. And also, I do a 4-part coaching reading, so if you're interested in that, this is where we do different readings. We tune into your own guidance, and then I help you follow through and see the results. So I would love to serve you on your journey if you feel called to that. So let's tune in and see what is going to be happening in terms of blessings for you. Okay. So you might also be drawn to piece number 1, but there's been some strong financial themes here. So what I'm getting is you may have been experiencing some financial problems and feeling like you did not have the answers here and were frustrated and didn't know what to do, or maybe you got some advice that was not... There's just something about this old man and him being in reverse that just turned out not to be the best advice. But what I'm seeing here for you that's going to be happening... Ooh. Okay, so those just fell out of my hand. And okay. So what I'm getting here is that you're going to stop with this grieving. You're going to start looking at, okay, what do I have control over? What can I do? And you're going to bring your world back into balance. Now, you might be feeling like, okay, but my money, I want to know about what's going on with that and this sad situation. But really what I'm feeling for you is just this sense of power. And that's really what you want. It's not the thing or the solution. It's that feeling of your own strength, that feeling of your own power. And I'm just seeing you seeing your world from this higher perspective. And yeah, I just really get that you're going to be feeling super strong, super clear. I'm drawn to this light here. So you're going to, what I'm hearing is you're going to realize that the power is in your hands. Also, Spirit, we invite you into this reading. We just ask that whatever messages come through are clear, helpful, and accurate for anyone who found themselves here today. Okay, so what can they do to really ignite this sense of willpower? Okay, sorry if the table shakes here. I'm hearing give to others. So for you specifically, the blessing that's coming in is you're going to feel like this sense of power, and you're going to see how much you have to give. And this creates this sense of abundance and wealth, and you're just welcomed relief from the grieving, from the frustration related to some financial matter where you felt like you didn't have the answers, where maybe you were misguided and maybe grieving something. That's only some of you, or just it's just been frustrating and it's caused you sadness, some financial health issue. But you're going to realize, no, you are a co-creator with the universe. You're going to be getting your whole world into balance and a balanced perspective. I just see this illuminated orb around her and this energy around her. And you're going to give what you do have. And I'm getting that this is really going to create this energy of reciprocity and flow. I'm just getting something about this circular motion here. And this giving. And goes up and around. And I'm hearing the ability to think for the we. I'm not sure what that means, but to think about how you can help others, how this is, yeah, this is making you think not just about you and what you need and want, but about how you can be of service. And you're just going to feel really strong and really empowered and really abundant. Judgment. So what I'm hearing is you're going to release harsh judgments. Okay, so I'm hearing, this is just what I'm getting, is you're going to be giving more indiscriminately. Like maybe there was just something around giving based on who you felt like deserved it or whatever, but really you're going to, because of this window church window. You're going to be guided from ancestors and the angels on who and where to give. So you're not going to be relying on your own judgment or on judgments in order to... And you're not going to be worrying, because there's this dark stone and this light. You're not going to be worrying about the balance or managing any of that. You're just going to listen to where you feel called to give. It's like this ancestor is telling her to give to this younger person. And again, this circular motion. And so you're not going to have to worry about who deserves it, how to manage it, what's coming in or out. You're just going to give more freely. And you're going to feel this willpower to change your circumstances by feeling the abundance that you already are. Like you're going to be changing the field. Okay. What else do they need to know about this financial change? Okay, use this deck. Okay. So if there was something that felt like it broke your trust and it caused you to just kind of go inwards, and I'm getting just pull yourself inwards due to some financial problem that's left you with just a bunch of questions and a bunch of grieving, you're not going to worry about that anymore. And I see you emerging out of that situation I'm hearing with a fresh perspective. Because see, we've got this willpower card. And I'm drawn to the color green here. So just this fresh energy. You're going to be emerging from all these questions around promises and broken trust, or any kind of grieving around a financial thing. It could be even like a divorce or something because of this couple together, where you feel like there was some financial infidelity or just some pain around finances, or maybe from somebody that you trusted. But I see you emerging out of that, less focused on who owes what, and just more focused on giving, and feeling strong and powerful in your world. Yeah, what you really want and what you're getting is just an end to this sadness, frustration, pain. And there's going to be a purification that's happening in a fresh perspective. And you're going to have more harmony. Less grieving, less sadness. I just got the impression of like somebody wailing, crying. And then a storm, and then a rainbow, and then the harmony comes in, like when the light starts peering through again. There's just something about these colors of green and yellow. Fresh spring. Definitely a new beginning. I'm just getting more in terms of just how you feel. New growth. Okay. Let me see. How are we doing on time? Oh, is the table moving? Okay. So, financial health and this grieving. Okay, so how can they really tap into their willpower, their feelings of strength? I'm so sorry if that's loud. I'm not used to them being here at this time. I'm hearing focus less on the material outcome and like what it looks like to others, how it presents, and go more for that inner feeling of power, of generosity, of the healing that's taking place. What I'm kind of getting is almost like if you've been kind of in this dry desert, like allowing yourself to be nourished, to be purified, to feel your power, to feel the truth of who you are, to be super, and be less focused on material, like what it looks like in the material, and just more on this deep feeling. I'm hearing that wants to come out. Oh, this is only for some of you, but if some of you are waiting on a message, don't wait. Don't wait. Focus on what you have control over. There's just something about the movement of this card. It almost, every time I look at it, it feels like it's like drawing me in. And so you're focused on a message of correspondence, an answer, just some activity, correspondence related to this matter that you've been grieving about, this financial issue that you've had. Is just like it's pulling on my energy. It's like pulling me. So if you want to feel this willpower, if you want to feel this clarity, stop focusing on that message, what was said, what wasn't said, what you're hoping will come through. Because it's kind of creating like this pull, this energy vortex, and you want your energy to be like clear and focused, and for you to have that willpower and to see what you're here to give and what you're here to do and purify and emerge from the situation into a more harmonious state. And it's less about what it looks like and more about what it feels like for you. That is your true blessing that's coming in. So it's not about it being this material, tangible thing in terms of this all being fixed and worked out. Focus on how and where you are abundant and what you can share. Okay, what else is coming through? Anything else? These aren't flipping, so okay. Okay, so what do we need to know for this willpower to fortify this feeling of strength and generosity? Okay. Yeah, some of you need to develop your own inner masculine, forgiving a masculine energy. I'm hearing internal journey. And there's something about this pregnant lady and the rain. And I'm just kind of getting the image of a seed that's germinating. But it needs rain. It will also need sunshine too. But trust that you're going to come up out of the mud into a more harmonious time. You are going to emerge. You're going to emerge purified and like with fresh, nutrient-rich, supportive soil around you. But allow this healing and this purification to take place and focus on what you can give. And don't worry about managing it. Don't worry about what it looks like on the outside. So what is something really beautiful that they have specifically to look forward to in this group? Okay, I'm hearing wrong deck, so what's the right deck? Okay, this is the right deck. Yeah, there's going to be a feeling of healing, of new growth, of springtime, of power, of your willpower, your physical energy coming back. Don't compromise if there has been some real wrongdoing that has happened here. Continue to focus on your own journey of healing and growth and giving and being the person that you want to be. And know in your heart that regardless of what it's materializing as in this temporary, ever-changing, thing we call reality here, which is so different from person to person, even in what we call consensus reality. So my point is don't compromise on being the person that you want to be, even though this has happened. Because healing is coming in for you, new emergence, new life. You're not even going to be focusing on the pain of the past. And you're moving into this new harmonious energy. Okay, what else? I'm hearing to tell somebody if there's something that you wanted to give but felt like you couldn't, and that's caused this grief or frustration, like you wanted to give to a child or you wanted to help a family member or a friend out in this particular way, and you feel really called to do it, you're going to be able to do that. Okay. And all right, so very specific example, if this is related to some financial pain, okay. You're being told not to compromise in an important relationship, like a marriage, or I'm hearing even business partnership. And you're going to find out that you don't have to. You don't have to compromise. Okay. So really lean into the power of prayer, because your prayers are about to be answered and you're just going to feel this healing and this new sense of strength. So that is what's coming in for you, for those of you who picked piece 2, and I will see you in the next reading. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and there's a description of my coaching package in the slide after this. Thanks. Hello everyone, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach. So for those of you who picked piece number 3, this is your reading about the blessings coming in for you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be updated when I create new readings. And I also do Oracle coaching. This is a 4-part package where we meet for an hour and we tune into your own guidance. We do readings, we do intuitive exercises, and I help you follow through on the guidance that you get and help you keep track so that the next time we talk, we see the progress that you're actually making. This is how you see real results, because the best way to predict the future is to create it. Okay, so let's look at the theme of the blessing that's coming into your life, healing. Okay, so let's look at what is being healed in your life at this time. That's coming in for you, those of you who picked piece 3. What is healing? Okay, so this self-doubt, this indecisiveness, self-doubt, frustration, catastrophizing, worrying about the worst thing that could happen, not being able to make a choice. Also, Great Spirit, we invite you into this reading. I ask that all messages that come through are clear, helpful, and accurate. This is just some fresh sage. Thank you for participating. For whoever finds himself on this reading, yeah, this healing is happening here. And you're going to get over self-doubt and an inability to choose the cup that you want to focus on. I'm also hearing oh yeah, you're letting go of cups that aren't full of goodness. That means you're letting go of emotions that aren't fruitful, that aren't, that are actually making you sick. Yeah. And you're choosing to look up. Look up. Yeah, I'm getting something very specific about your posture that's going to help you. If you elongate your spine on a more regular basis, even as you just sit somewhere, because this person's all hunched over. This tree is tall and straight. And as you elongate your spine and spend more time like looking up, so arrange your computer when you're working at your desk or your workstation so that you're looking up. You need to be looking up at all times. Look up at the sky. Maybe do some sun gazing where you don't stare directly at the sun, but where you gaze up. Allow the healing frequencies of the light to come through you, to cleanse you, to purify you. Yeah, and you're going to be growing. All of your cups are just like full of these treasures. So where once there was just all these painful thoughts that were literally making you sick and causing dis-ease, because I'm seeing these swords like stab him and stuff. It was hurting you, but now you've chosen to let go of cups and emotions that aren't serving you. You straighten yourself up, you hold your head up high, and you start looking to what is growing, what's abundant, what's beautiful in your life, and you're really focusing on those emotions. And maybe spending time outside, of course, that always lifts your spirit. Okay, what else is going to be happening for group 3? What else is happening for group 3? Take all of them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, what I'm getting is I'm just feeling you keeping on. Just using your physical strength to get in the game, not giving up, not looking to another person or anybody to be your source, but looking up to God to be your source. Looking up. Let's see here. I see you really getting in there and doing whatever you need to do on a physical, with this wand energy, on a physical basis to realign yourself, to feel strong. I'm hearing presenting yourself as you are before the divine. Like, you're worthy. And you're going to know that soon. And there's going to just be this healing that happens. I'm getting there's just going to be more of a sense of your physicality, like breathing in the fresh air, being in motion, connecting with the actual elements, getting in the waterfall. Less of this like conceptual thing going on, because we've got this, but his head is almost being chopped off. So your ego is going to be removed. Less thinking, more embodying. More embodying. Let me see how we're doing on time. Okay, we're okay. So for group 3, what can help them? So if there's just been a thing that you've been up in your head about relating to a marriage or a relationship or an important business partnership, less thinking about it, more being in it is what I'm getting. And more directing your gaze towards the abundant, beautiful flowers that are there. Just experiencing it. Experiencing the energy of it, the presence, the sensuality of it. I got something very important. If you're in an argument right now with somebody, it's not about who's right, it's about what's right. So in order to really win in the situation, let go of petty arguments. Try to see things from your partner's perspective. Yeah, what I'm getting for some of you is that there's going to be a very specific healing around a relationship that's been all up in your mind. And that's been leaving you feeling out in the cold and unsupported. But you're soon going to be focused on this bloom, this abundance. Less on being right, less on your ego. And you're going to have a triumphant outcome because it's what's good for the two of you together. What allows you both to fly freely together. And there's going to be a healing that happens. Okay, what has in the past been blocking this healing that they need to just be aware of? Okay, so we've got the Queen of Swords in reverse. And so when we see the Queen of Swords in reverse, that can be indicative of like harsh words being spoken, being snappy, being critical. We've got the Lovers in reverse here. Maybe because you were feeling left out in the cold. Maybe because it hurt your pride in some way. And there's just been some like competitive energy. But regardless, that's been blocking this. Also, yeah, there's going to be a healing. You're going to see what you needed to see. That harshness is going away. What else that's good can they expect in group 3? So there's this green color and a lot of eagle energy here. So the eagle might be specific to you. The eagle rises above the problems. It can see the big picture as well as the small detail. I'm getting that this healing is going to happen. And you're going to see things from this higher perspective, this wise perspective. But you're going to come out of hermit mode once this healing has happened. What can they expect in their relationship as a result of this healing? So we've got the 10 of Wands, but as you can see here, with all these flowers, the hard work, the perspective shift, the realignment of your body, the choice to focus on what is blooming. And also I'm getting, if a relationship really is bad and it's just not bearing any fruit, you can let that go. But I am getting for many of you, this relationship is actually going to heal and you're going to see the hard work. You're going to see where maybe you've been harsh in your words and in your assessment of things. And you're going to want to do the work and you're going to bloom these beautiful flowers that make you feel really, they're just so beautiful right now. All the different colors. So the healing that happens produces a lot of color and a lot of vibrancy. Okay, so maybe some plans didn't quite work out in the past the way that you had hoped and the way that you had wanted. But you are seeing this whole new area of abundance emerging from this healing, but you're just going to be out of your head a lot more. Okay. What else would support their healing in this group? I heard take them upright. Innocence. Ebb and flow. And strength. Yeah, so maybe this feeling kind of out in the cold is just a part of the ebb that was happening. And to see the innocence in your partner, in yourself, in the whole situation, and to have an energy of like strength and understanding around all of it, around your part in it too, because that's very liberating. And you're going to be very triumphant in this relationship because what really matters is going to come through, and there's going to be a healing, and there's going to be a healing of your body. But for those of you who are not in a relationship and this just does not pertain to that, there's going to be a healing and a balance of your masculine and feminine energies, this ebb, this flow. Maybe if you were pushing too much into your masculine energy, there's just going to be a balance of that. And it's going to be more stable and grounded. Maybe where plans did not work out in the past, you're forgiving yourself, you're forgiving somebody else. You're seeing the ebb and flow that always happens in life. And you're focusing on what is good, what's colorful, what's abundant, and all the work that you've put in previously, either into yourself or this relationship, is going to bear fruit. So just know that. And real quick, let's see about the time. We're good. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting to ask how you can support yourself in this healing. How can they support themselves in this healing? Creation. Dream time. Okay, so for some of you, what I got was there was just a lack of balance with the masculine and feminine energy, and you need more rest, more leaning into this feminine energy. And to be creative in your approach, be colorful in your approach. Yeah, again, I'm being drawn to focus on the light. Look up at the light, do some sun gazing. So, be very active during the day, but make sure you're making enough time to sleep and to dream. Okay, so tell me more about this healing. Maybe this is related to an ancestral pattern that you've had for some time. And this is, I'm getting a need to release old skin, like the snake releases old skin. And the old skin is really our story about our identity. And so maybe you're going to be getting some information about healing this masculine feminine dynamic, either within a relationship or a partnership. This is really playing out within you and then just being shown to you through your relationships. But some ancestral healing can be really powerful. And I'm being drawn to this snake here, and on the medicine wheel, the snake also is associated with fire in the direction of the south. So there's this shamanic technique of getting a stick with 2 prongs in 2 directions and blowing into this stick all the things you want to release and then all the things you want to create, and then burning it and then flushing it down the toilet or discarding of like the ashes or burying the ashes. Is a really powerful way to transform your old stories by using the element of fire. And I'm also getting, for some of you, like even going out and facing the mountain and talking to the mountain. This reminds me of a mountain that's close by where I live and in the north, and I'm reminded of the elders who are represented by the north and this mountain, and just asking for strength and guidance. You don't have to do it all on your own. This healing can happen with the support. I'm hearing of elemental energies, elements, like light and sun and fire and grounding into the earth. So I'm getting the image or the idea of doing like sun gazing and these solar masculine activities, and then doing like some healing feminine related stuff. Creating more of this balance between this ebb and this flow. And that's what's going to be happening in your relationships. This is reflective of what you can do, but also of what's coming in. I heard flip it. Completion. Okay, yeah, you're going to be completing some very important patterns. A lot of times we think that all of our stuff that we're challenged with are based on our own, this is very Western, our own karma, our own story, us, very individualistic over here. But I'm getting that you're going to be completing some family, generational cycles related to ebb and flow, masculine and feminine dynamics, and healing. And there's going to be a completion. So that's something great to look forward to. You're going to feel much more balanced. You're going to feel like you can give to your feminine. But what I'm getting is, it's sometimes I'm told to like lean more towards the masculine direction or more towards the feminine, but I'm just really getting this completed, holistic, fully integrated lesson, cycle, healing, less of you beating up on yourself, less of you investing in cups that don't have anything to offer for you, more of you like elongating your spine, holding your head up high, looking at all that's good and beautiful, seeing your own innocence, accepting the ebb and flow, letting yourself rest more. And I'm just getting this very healed, integrated, whatever was disappointing in the past or unsettling, you're able to see your own innocence. And there's a major completion related to your ancestors and some ancestral pattern. Yeah, this ebb and flow, integration, feeling the strength of that. And material support, I'm getting to tell you, is just a natural byproduct of that. So if you were worried about that, it's fine. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. I hope that made sense for those of you who picked piece number 3. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Also check out the slide I have next. That will describe my coaching practice. I would be honored to help support you in whatever you're working on, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello everyone, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach. I just want to make sure it's filming. Are you filming? Yes. Okay. In this reading, we're going to be looking at what big blessings are going to be coming in for you. I've got my phone over here and I'm kind of looking at the images. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you know when I make more videos. And also, I do Oracle coaching, so if you want to tune into your own guidance and really see results by creating the reality that you want, I would feel honored to support you in that part of your journey, and a slide about that will be at the end of the video. Okay, let's just say a quick prayer, and I'm going to grab some sage here. And Great Spirit, we invite you into this reading. I ask that all messages that come through are clear, helpful, and accurate for anybody who finds themselves on this reading. Thank you so much for helping us. Okay, so looking at the blessings that are coming in for you, I'm getting to pull 5 cards with my left hand. Okay, 1. Each reading has been different. 3, 4, 5. Okay, I didn't like that one. Okay. 5. Okay. Okay, so you've been, let's see, what am I getting here? Okay, so we've got the 10 of Wands, but the 10 of Wands is bearing fruit or flowers. So your hard work is paying off. And what I just got with this star in reverse is that there was something that you were hoping for that just hasn't been coming to being. And it's been kind of frustrating for you. Like you just can't quite grasp it. So it's kind of like it's felt a little cold because you've been trying to reach it. But it is going to come to fruition, and it is going to make sense in the fullness of time, I'm hearing. But what you were reaching for that has just kind of like felt beyond your grasp, something's just going to shift, and it's just going to feel like, oh, it's right here. It's been here the whole time. You're going to be able to finally see it from a higher perspective instead of looking up at it from the bottom here. You're going to be able to see it from the top down. From the top down and eye to eye. For some of you, this does indicate a new loving relationship. But because of these plants and the plants here, what's coming to you around this new relationship is a result of the hard work and effort you've put in. And another thing that's happening for you here is what you've been reaching for, reaching up towards, that you haven't been able to grasp, is going to shift from the world being here to you being able to, from a top-down perspective, a higher perspective. Okay, so tell me more about this new perspective shift. Flippers only on the table. I'm hearing you realize you don't need to control it. I'm hearing take what you can take what you need to take, give when you need to give. Take it moment by moment on an as need to know basis, because you're about to have this perspective shift, and that's what's gonna really do it. Is it's not for you to control, and you don't have to control it. Whatever thing you've been reaching, you're just gonna like let it be. And then it's suddenly going to turn and shift. Okay, what about this relationship and the effort and the work and the blessing that's coming from that? Say more, Spirit, about that. Okay, different deck, different deck. Okay. What do you have to say about the Lovers and the work that they've put in? Say more, because these are the blessings that are, there's just going to be this whole perception shift where you're not going to have to control it all. Okay. Okay, so if those of you who are wondering if this relationship and the effort that you've been putting into it is worth it, this is your sign that yes, it is, and the big blessing that's coming through for you. And you're going to feel really confident and really good about yourself because you took the initiative to continue growing. Now, these rods, he picks up and he uses to till the land by himself. So you, or maybe you received a sign to keep going with this, to keep cultivating. And you are receiving that sign regarding your relationship. And you're going to see, yeah, I hear this expression that I think I heard on Dr. Phil when there was this couple and they were having a problem. He's like, somebody's got to be the hero in this relationship. So you've decided to step up and be the hero in your relationship, to grow, to cultivate things, to make it beautiful, to build into the relationship, to build into the atmosphere, to build into the environment. And as a result of that, you're going to be getting a big reward that makes you feel really good about yourself. And she's holding this dove right over her solar plex, and I'm just drawn to this yellow color. You're going to just be feeling really good, and like your efforts have been rewarded. You have received the sign. You feel empowered in this relationship, and you feel like you're receiving a reward for it. Okay, so what do they need to be aware of regarding both of these things to avoid, and then to build into? Let's look at what they need to avoid. So over here, as it relates, I'm hearing power struggles and roles. And I'm just seeing her like contemplate these rods, or contemplate the energy, thinking too much about a domestic situation is something you need to be aware of over here to bring your world into balance. There's some aspiration you've been reaching for, but if you've been ruminating on some family dynamic or some home related situation or roles, responsibilities, legacy, thinking too much, it's been draining your energy. So in order to bring your world back into balance and to move it into this higher perspective where you're able to see things from the top down, that perception shift, stop thinking too much about some domestic situation, because that's already being taken care of. Like, it's all going to work out just fine. So what do they need to know to avoid their love, like to be avoided? Ooh. I'm hearing to tell you this is very specific for some of you. So if you're trying to conceive, because I'm seeing this little rose between them, and you've been trying, and you've been doing all the things, and you're waiting for your reward. Yeah, for some of you, this might be an actual baby. I'm being told to tell you, rushing does not help your fertility. So just relax. And if you are trying to get pregnant, it's all on its way. So maybe for some of you, congratulations on your baby. Okay, so what can they do specifically to address this? I got don't think so much about it. Okay, different deck, this deck. Different deck, this deck. Okay. What should they do instead? What should they do instead? Okay, so I'm just going to take this top one here. Conserve your energy. Conserve your energy and let everything rebalance itself. You're going to see things from a much higher perspective. Your relationship is coming back into alignment. Conserve your energy. Okay, what else can they do regarding this relationship? I'm just taking these off so that you can continue to see the pictures. What can they do? I'm sorry. I don't know how to get all this. 1, 2. Okay. Different deck again. Okay. Okay. I just heard specifically go for little walks around your house. Clear your head, clear your mind. Maybe you Yeah, maybe you've just been a little too in the situation with this person. So what I just got a very clear example, like go outside, go for walks around your house, clear your own thoughts. What else can they do? Just to maintain this feeling of balance in their relationship and to reestablish the harmony so that it continues to bear fruit and that their efforts have been okay. Yeah, so just know that this period of darkness is now passing. So just feel good in your relationship. Know that the efforts that you put in are worth the time, the energy, the effort. The darkness is passing. So just enjoy, if it's spring or going into summer like it is here in the Northern Hemisphere, like go outside and look at the trees, look at the abundance. I'm hearing even focus on your sacral chakra while you're outside and your womb, but also just your own independence. It's important for you to have your own identity. And maybe it's not a baby, but maybe you're birthing some creative project. And you got to, okay, for some of you, all right, I know this is just coming at the end, but for some of you, you are being given a sign to bring together the masculine and feminine elements of a project or a business partnership, or maybe there's two partners who just do different things within the organization. You need a sign that you should keep working on this. You absolutely should. You are going to be rewarded. You are kind of enmeshing a little too much, so make sure you go on those walks. Continue tuning into Source or God yourself, like talking to Spirit, because this period is ending, and just enjoy the fullness of summer. Okay, let's see. How are we doing on time? All right, we've got a few more minutes. Let's see, any more energy around this blessing? Or more of the way it's going to feel? Yeah, you don't have to control it. Whatever this thing is over here that you've been thinking too much about, that's some aspiration that you've been focused too much on home-related stuff around, you're going to realize you don't need to control everything and that you can just relax and allow. And you're actually conserving energy so you feel more well-rested through this period. And that might not sound like a lot, like we all want to hear, oh, you're going to receive a huge windfall of money, but sometimes just feeling good and just getting the clarity that the relationship that you've invested in is worth it. The juice is worth the squeeze, and you're about to be rewarded. And if you feel like you're getting a little overwhelmed and consumed by it, know that you are ending this dark period. And so just go outside and relax, allow yourself to enjoy summer, enjoy being in nature. Don't ruminate too much on trying to figure everything out or trying to control everything. Allow it to be, because it's all coming. Your whole world is going to shift into right alignment, higher perspective, balance. You're going to receive this guidance, the sign that you needed, that's going to give you this green light. You're going to feel very well rested, yet very independent, and like you have your own energy, you have your own sovereignty. And that's what I have for you. I hope that that was helpful for those of you who picked group 4, piece 4. This is a fun way for me to share my art. There's going to be a slide for my coaching services at the end. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm going to be coming out with some decks soon, so check the link in the description. It should be on Kickstarter. Okay, talk to you soon.